room and board, $344,000. This bill comes out to $67,879.
In a small bungalow in Chino, California, Ryan McCoy rifles through stacks of some of his wife Lucretia's recent medical bills, including one for $1.2 million.
You know, sometimes I think when it comes to the bills, I think, what's the point in paying attention to them, because I can't even pay the smallest ones, so they kind of just pass me by.
Lucretia McCoy has hereditary angioedema, or HAE. It's a rare genetic condition that causes abnormal swelling throughout her body.
Well, you know, normally like you may hit your hand or you hit your, something, maybe it'll swell. And then after a little bit of time, it'll subside and it'll go away. Well, for me, my body doesn't know when to stop. My tongue will hang out, my lips will get pretty big. The swelling gets so bad in my face, will twist and contort my face. It can close my airway, and then my eyes will sometimes swell shut.
Because her disease is so rare, for years McCoy struggled with even getting a diagnosis.
I had 18 doctors from every department you can think of, and everybody all had their theories.
That led to lengthy hospital stays and pricey emergency drugs. The cost of treating this illness left her family living on the edge of financial ruin.
When I'm in a really bad flare, I'll go through the 3 in one day. This right here is between $8,000 to $9,000 for this.
There was a period of like a year and a half where cumulative, you put it all together, she was in the ICU for about 4 months. You know, some for 2 weeks, some for a month, some for 5 days. So it was very stressful on finances, on living situations. We didn't really have a lot of stability at all.
Some stability arrived with a diagnosis. Finally, doctors had an answer for how to treat her and manage her symptoms. But it's expensive. In just 1 year, McCoy's treatments will cost more than $500,000. To pay for this, she receives financial assistance through Patient Services Incorporated, a charity that's funded by drug companies.
There's one part of you where you're grateful and you're so happy and you're just like, oh my gosh, you're doing this for me. Then there's on the other side of it, there is a part of it that we do feel uncomfortable having the drug company to, kind of have that power. You know what you could do? You could get a hot water bottle.
It's Tuesday evening, and the family's preparing for one of McCoy's infusions of Ruconest, a drug she takes twice a week to help keep her symptoms at bay.
Little bear.
Yeah?
2 ice, 2 rags, please and thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
As the kids were younger, we definitely were honest with them of what's going on, and we lived in small spaces, so there was no way to really kind of hide and shelter them from what was the reality. When they got older, they started knowing what to do, and we wanted to include them. Just like I feel helpless when I don't know what I can do to stop these swells or take care of my wife during the times, you do what you need to do. And so I realized, hey, the kids can feel part of it, like they're doing something. And I think that helps in the long run, too.
I celebrated my birthdays in ICU. I celebrated my son's birthday in ICU. All the different holidays. We do Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. I just missed them all, because I was in the hospital.
Sometimes we'd be at home and Mom was in the hospital, and I'd be home tucking them in or talking to them at night, and be like asking them questions and getting them just to talk. And I told my kids, I don't care what you're thinking, what it sounds like in your head, just talk.
Last time she was in the hospital, she was in it for 6.5 weeks. And I would kind of just stay up late sometimes because I was worried about my mother. And then when she got out, it was a good time because that's when I started to get better. I was like, finally, my mom's home. I have a mom again.
Having this new infusion, it feels like, you know what, I think we can do this. And we feel more like ourselves. Our friends are like, the McCoys are back.